Motherfucker's no joke. Get here with some shit.
Please welcome from Colombia, Alexander. From Oakland, California, Andre S.O.G. Until you met him, you can never know your true worth. I keep it 100. Some of y'all love it, some of y'all don't. I ain't finna change nothing.
Nissan passion for you. This contest sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Chairman, John Carmelli. Executive Officer, Andy Foster. Has a perfect record as a professional. 29 fights. 29 victories, including 15 wins by knockout. He is the former super middleweight champion of the world from Oakland, California, USA.
He's lucky that he fought Chilemba before he fought Andre Ward, because had Kovalev not fought Chilemba and automatically fought Andre Ward, that was a great learning experience for Kovalev, because it would have been that much more worse fighting Andre Ward. Ward would have pitched a shutout. He's a little more prepared for Andre Ward, but Chilemba is no Andre Ward. Andre Ward, he's going to knock him out. He's going to knock out Kovalev, because Kovalev to me reminds me a lot of Carl Froch. There's more similarities and differences. Froch is a smarter. I think he might even punch harder, but he was slower and less athletic than Kovalev. But Kovalev is more. I mean, dude, he's got a mediocre jab. He's got a great, strong right hand, and that's pretty much it. Andre Ward, I mean, he hasn't lost since when he was since 11 years old. Kovalev is not that special fighter to stop that momentum and break that winning streak off Andre Ward. It's gonna take someone else, like a Triple G, maybe an Adonis Stevenson, but it's not gonna be Kovalev. I will be watching this fight. I'm a big Andre Ward fan. This is why I'm saying he'll knock out, and it's not that radical of a statement or an opinion that he will knock out Kovalev, because Andre Ward said in a video that he's planning on becoming a heavyweight and end his career soon being a heavyweight, which means what? What can you make out of those words in those statements? One, that he's either sparring heavyweights right now, or he's walking around that weight that makes him feel comfortable to say that statement, right? And most likely he'll be cherry picking, a heavyweight. No way in hell gonna fight a 6'9" Tyson Fury or a 6'7" Deontay Wilder, but he will fight one of those type of dudes and become a champ, right? And then he'll just call it a career, because Ward is he's comfortable. You see, once he gets Kovalev, he will be pound for pound number one, because that's just the system that it's in place. I don't even know nothing about pound for pound status. I really don't pay attention to that, because I don't care for that. That's prima donna shit. That's irrelevant to me. But I do know that Andre Ward is gonna easily beat Kovalev. Kovalev is not the special fighter to dethrone Andre Ward. It's going to take someone else. I was very excited for that Triple G fight, but since it didn't happen, leads me to say it probably will never happen. Ward wins by knockout, man. I mean, again, I don't see Kovalev being any more different than Carl Froch. Forget about that. If he switches to the southpaw stance, Kovalev will meet him with a right hand down the chin, and Andre Ward will go down. But Andre Ward's inside game is great. Kovalev has none. Andre Ward's got a great jab. His strongest hand is his left hand over his right. Andre Ward is, he's probably left hand dominant. You know what I'm saying? His right hand is not a great right cross. Kovalev's got a great right cross, but a suspect left jab, left hook, anything with the left hand. It's just one hand. It's going to take a two-handed fighter to beat Andre Ward. Kovalev ain't that dude. John David Jackson cannot come up with a exquisite, rare game plan, a versatile game plan, and let alone have Kovalev executed to perfection against a perfect Andre Ward. You see what I'm saying? There's different levels. Kovalev is a good fighter, right? But Andre Ward not only is a good fighter, but he's a even better boxer. Kovalev is a good fighter and a decent boxer. Kovalev ain't the guy. Trust me when I say I'll be fucking surprised if Kovalev can pull up that upset. I would say the upset should be high. like high. It'd be high up on the list because this is how. Not to fucking discredit Kovalev. I think Kovalev is a road warrior. He's done everything great the hard way. But, I mean, it's going to take someone special, someone mighty special to beat Andre Ward. And I just don't see that in Kovalev. Very smart. And he knows what he's up against. But knowing what you're up against and actually being up against it are two different things, right? Just different levels of pocket presence. You know, like you can see a 100-mile-per-hour fastball as a fan in the stadium, but trying to hit a 100-mile-per-hour fastball when he can also throw an 87-mile-per-hour curveball, I don't know if Kovalev he's going to strike out 1, 2, 3. I'm saying, I don't know when round he'll get knocked out, but that's what I'm calling. Andre Ward will knock the block off Kovalev.
Out of there, it looks from the middle rounds on like maybe you were trying to.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this guy was going to be really, really hard to knock out. He's a veteran. And people got to realize that when a guy with his experience doesn't want to get knocked out, it's hard. He's throwing punches from, crazy angles. He's got nothing to lose, so I tried to press it. Didn't get it, but it's good to get the rounds.
We thought in the 12th round that your eye looked red, maybe it was bleeding, maybe something had happened. Did anything happen to the left eye in the 12th round?
I think it may have been a headbutt. I don't know if it's the top of my head. I got to watch the tape for it with the eye, but it happens, man. It's combat, all kind of stuff is going on, so I don't know.
Okay, to my right is another undefeated top 5 pound-for-pound type fighter, Sergey Kovalev, light heavyweight champ. Are all systems go for November 19th and Sergey Kovalev?
I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it. I want to be the light heavyweight champion in the world. I had to get past his step. He got past his step. So I'll see you in November.
This was a tune-up fight. Do you feel sufficiently tuned up? Are you more ready for Kovalev tonight than you were after your last fight against Sullivan Barrera?
I don't know. I feel like I've been doing this 22 years, and if I'm not ready to fight the best now, I'll never be ready. So I'll be So, of course I'm ready.
Sergey, you watched him tonight. Do you think he's ready?
Yeah, I think he's ready.
After the Chilemba fight, I've heard from more boxing fans that they think that wasn't your best performance, and some of them lean toward Andre now. What do you have to say to your fans about the performance in the Chilemba fight and what that means for fighting Andre?
Even the fight against Chilemba was similar as it's going to be against Andre.